The title of our next speech is, What Kind of Friend Are You? What makes a good friend? What do you look for in friends? How can you know if you are being a good friend? Coming from the Motivational Strategies Level 4 Motivate Others project, we will be challenged to be the kind of friend that makes an impact and the kind of friend who our friends are proud to have. Please welcome me. Please please clap with me to welcome Jon Speak.
Raise your hand if you feel that friendship is important. Okay, we got about 90. Okay, now we got 100%. All right, Jamie was being a little bit defiant there for a second. That number is actually higher than the national average. According to a research that just came out this year, exactly 61% of U.S. adults suggest that deep friendships are essential to living a happy life. Here's what's really interesting, though. Despite the fact that well over half believe that that's essential, did you know that 17% of U.S. adults say they have a grand total of 0 close friends in their life? And that number is moving upward very, very quickly. Just back in 2021, that number was 12%. And back in 1990, who else besides me was alive in 1990? Okay, there's a couple of youngins in the room. The rest of us are all old. I get you. Back in 1990, that number was only 3%. So we are now almost six times the amount of people with 0 friends today than in my lifetime. As I reflect on these data points, they're just data points. The reality is 90+%, 100% of the room raised their hand and said, friendship's important to me. And yet, what does it take to have friends? And that's a real question. I want us to actually think about that for just a second. What does it take to have friends? And would anybody like to venture a guess? No right or wrong answers. I'm just curious. What do we think in this room?
Time.
Anybody else?
Energy.
Effort, energy.
Sacrifice.
I got this side of the room is clear the board right now, y'all. What do we got over here? Reciprocity. Ooh, I love the reciprocity word. All of those are exactly correct. And if I can dial in on the time part, which I think all of these were part of that intentionality, that energy, can't do any of that if you don't dedicate and allocate time to the relationship. This same study suggested that to become friends, you need about 50 hours of time together. Now, I'm just curious, who here has an extra 50 hours in your schedule? No one? A day, yes, a day. It gets actually a little bit more challenging, though, because they say that in order to become close friends, not just 50, not just 100, it's 200 hours of intentional time together in order to develop close friendships. And so I'm thinking to myself as I'm reflecting on this and what it looks like, because I'm actually in what would be an even more dangerous position. Men under the age of 40 have an even higher number of people without any friends. And for years and years, I've had very few real friends. Lots of acquaintances. We know people all over the place. But somebody that we would actually share our problems with? Yeah, right. And so as I'm reflecting on this, I'm thinking, what would it take to really have good friends? What would it take to be a good friend? Now, we've all heard of TLC, right? Everyone here know what TLC is? Tender loving care? All right. I want to give you a different acronym today. I want to say TLG. TLG. The 3 things you need to be a good friend and to have friends. T is the thing that's already been mentioned here tonight. We need time. We have to be willing to allocate time. Without time, it doesn't matter. We've all heard this about our children. They need our presence more than our presence. Well, the same thing is true with our familial relationships. It's vividly clear that if we want to have meaningful relationships, we're going to have to spend time with people. And that comes to our L. T is for time. L, love. We actually have to care about people. How many of you want a friend that does not care about you? It's not a friend, is it? We all got acquaintances that don't care about us. We all got some frenemies that don't care about us. But if we're going to get close to somebody, we want to know that they actually care about us, and then we want to actually care about them. It needs to be a reciprocity. Now, reciprocity needs to be there. But the G, I think, is the one that actually melds us into real friends, and it's the one that I think gets omitted the most often. Our G in the TLC acronym, we've got time, we've got love, growth. Growth together is what forges friendships. If any of you have anyone in your life that served in the military, I'm just curious, how many of you have a family member that served in the military, or you yourself served? If you yourself served, thank you for your service. But if you've got a family member, you know that the bonds, the forged relationships that you made or that they made during that time of mutual growth are almost unbreakable. The few relationships that men tend to have are from those types of circumstances. That's why we'll talk about our high school sports team well into our 60s. It's all we got. It's the only friends we had. It's the people we went through things with. It's the people we grew with. And because we're in a Toastmasters session here tonight, I can't help but wonder if this setting is a perfect opportunity for us to have real friends. In Toastmasters, are we spending time together? How long would it take for us to get 50 hours together? About a year, maybe a year and a half if you show up every time. Do we care about each other? That's one of the things that we love is that when we offer feedback, we're showing care. We want to help one another. What was that last one? Grow. This is a growth journey. The reason for my speech, or should I say the objective of this particular speech, is to help motivate us. And I hope that through this, I've motivated you to do what it takes to be a friend. But I want to submit for your consideration that maybe one of the ways that you can be a great friend is by leveraging something you're already doing, aka Toastmasters, and invite your other friends to participate. Let them understand that this is a great place to spend time together, where we show care for one another and we grow together. And if you're one of those people that you like your friends and you don't mind them getting some growth and you think it'd be really good for them, but frankly you don't want to spend another hour and a half with them, well, good for you, because we have new clubs starting all the time, and there's all clubs around the upstate. In fact, just on Thursday, June 18th, we're going to be trying to launch a brand new club right here in this very room. And if you're looking for information, not for you, you're already part of Toastmasters, but for your friends, let me know. I'd be happy to give you that information. Mr. Toastmaster.